See if I get up. There I are. There I are. Have to mute that audio.
Julia 70 Charlie Alpha monitoring over. It's a crossband repeat. 0.2 gigahertz. Up the Western Washington. Internet to our homepage.
Exactly. Saturdays between Tank Repeater Association. Preventing issues WW7STR 8 and milk.
Pause in case
as emergency traffic on the way. Washington. With the net is Ron, KD7 QKU. And
Wait, W7,
Jim N
WU7.
W N James Northeast Bellevue, and myself Dave KD7ZYM. With that, somebody communicate with the repeater. Society Net. Well, let's go to Ron, Tacoma Land.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can get my picture in. I still see Dave. There I am. Okay. It's my receiver's flickering a little bit, green and red, but I'm doing okay so far. Well, let's see. I was saying earlier that so far the storm has kind of went around us. Most of the lightning and thunder looked like it was east of us, so we'll see what happens as the evening proceeds. I heeded their warning and I fixed the garage so I could back my pickup in. They talked about, big hail. I didn't want to get it all dented if I could help it. So I had to move a few things, make a trip to Value Village to get rid of a few things. Seems impossible that we've already got too much junk. So we're just sort of in a holding pattern here to see what the rest of the evening brings. Well, my picture just went off. Here's back again. Let's see. I'm using my iPad tonight. My laptop computer, Discord works just fine, and apparently you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you, so I'm using my iPad so I can hear you. And let's see what else is going on. I got my hair cut today. That's about it, I guess. I'll save a little more for next round. Back to net, KD7 QKU.
Again, trying to contact the N7KC in Port Angeles.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, this is Lee at 7KC in Port Angeles. We just are you guys hearing me? Can you hear me? Are you hearing me, Dave? Okay. We just had a big time electrical storm go through here just a little while ago, and I've I've been looking for my engine head um, photograph, and I don't know what I've done with it. Anyway, so this is the Logitech camera, and the new streaming site. It's I don't know why I'm getting an awful echo here. I don't know how to stop that. Um, Let me see if I can figure out how to testing. That doesn't do it. Anyway, when I talk, I get an echo back in my headphones. I hear myself. Just delayed about a second, half a second. Anyway, well, Ron, you look good, and Dave, you look good, and I haven't seen Wade. I see his logo kind of on there, but I haven't seen him. I get a little more light on me here. There we go. Anyway, I had everything downstairs, and I thought I might need Discord, so I hauled it upstairs and has been putting it back together. So anyway, uh, Dave, I'll send it back to you. I don't know how to. Just a second, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. No, I can't get rid of the echo. Um, if I cut my mic off here, then of course I don't hear it. But if I cut the desktop audio, then it doesn't make a difference. I still hear it. So pretty rough. Anyway, back to you, Dave. This is N7KC in Port Angeles.
N7KC, thanks with that. And let's see. KD6ILO. KD6ILO. I'll pause for a minute and a half so you can get that.
Hi Dave, and everyone else on the net. I'm sorry for my voice, but I'm working on it. Nice to see everybody on the repeater, and your video is good. And I hope to be back on the next round to share a picture of a project. Back to you.
Thank you, Mario. Katie's checking into the net. Got it. Let's see if we can find Wade. W7 on Tacoma.
All right, guys, can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing myself through the repeater. I don't know how the audio sounds on the internet. On both Lee and Mario, I did hear a feedback loop. I thought with Lee, it might be related to a local feedback loop in maybe his mixer. Their OBS has a virtual mixer, and sometimes if you have both desktop audio, you're listening to the stream at the same time, it'll feed the stream audio back in to your mic path. So make sure when you're transmitting, either to mute your internet video, or to make sure you have separate audio paths so OBS doesn't try to pick up both streams. Let's see. Today I was working on, let's see if I can back the video out just a little bit because it's really focused on my screen, on my face. Let's see if I can get it to come back. Come on. Whatever. I'm not going to try to mess with it. Let's see. I just realized that I'm not... Okay. All right, well, it would probably help. Sorry, I'm trying to get back on my audio for the repeater. All right, well, if you guys weren't listening to me on the internet, you probably didn't hear me. I was just talking about how, Lee, if you did hear me over the internet, make sure you don't have your desktop audio and your mic audio feeding into OBS. Otherwise, it'll mix both of them into your stream. One thing that I've found does help if you're watching the internet stream, to mute yourself on the internet stream so it doesn't feed back into your stream, so you don't get those loops. And I don't know, Mario, if you heard me on the internet stream, but I also suggested to you as well. I don't know if it's at the repeater or if it's on the local systems that's causing those issues. Okay. Besides that, today I did work on some new technology for the repeater. It's called SRT. It's something that Mario had been mentioning that we should try. So I did get that working. Mario, you should have the string that you can use for your streaming software to connect up. I don't know if you used that. I didn't watch the logs while you were connected to see if you were coming over SRT or RTMP. Our software that we use can do multi-in, multi-out different protocols. So yeah, it won't look like there's anything different on the repeater, but on the back end I can tell. Besides that, I was working with Rob, planning on going up to the repeater site tomorrow, or I'm sorry, Friday, and we're going to do some work on the preamp, possibly putting in some monitoring gear that we can use to monitor the power and signal quality coming out of the Kuna, and having a second SDR up there. It's like Carlos, but this one's called a PortaPack, which has an LCD screen on it. It's a hack RF with that you can use it portable. Besides that, I'm working on. I'll have some more. I'll save my other stuff for the next part of the net. I don't have a lot to talk about tonight, but nice to see everybody. I was a little hesitant to come on with all the lightning strikes. I was worried that I was gonna have some lightning get into my radio, so it seems like it's died out here in Tacoma now. So I'll say that's about it for this round. I'll talk to you on the next round. W7ITL.
W7ITL, thanks with that. Let's see if I can use my magic fingers and see what happens. Oh! Back up a little bit. Anyway. And let's see. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net on the 08 machine. And Z. Covington to N7QO. Jim, what say you?
And 7QO. Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Well, Dave, I heard another fellow trying to check in, KJ7ALB. If you want to put out a call for him, in case he needs something. We didn't hear a whole lot of communication on the 14708 machine, so I might want to check with KJ7ALB real quick and then get back with me, please, Dave. Go ahead.
Let's try KJ7ALB. One more time. KJ7ALB.
Dave, that might have been KJ7 Alpha Lima Papa. I see there's a Robert in Tacoma. That's KJ7AL Papa. Maybe that's, I don't know. There was a pretty long period of silence there, so maybe he gave up.
KD7ZYM. We'll try for KJ7ALP.
And no response there.
N7QO.
N7QO, the mic is yours.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, not having a whole lot of luck here. I just received a quickie picture on the television from the television repeater, but I'm not receiving it very well tonight at all. Like that was the first picture I got. So Wade, if you turned up the power or something, thanks for the effort on that. But I'm still not receiving anything. Ron, yeah, good preparation for the storm. I was a little bit concerned about that as well. As for Lee, I got no video, no audio whatsoever. Mario, I got no video, no audio whatsoever. Did not hear either Lee or Mario on the 14708 machine. And then, Wade, I did hear you on the 14708 machine, but no video or audio from the television repeater. It looks to me like the storm has passed a little bit west of my place, maybe. Can't tell for sure. I did get some lightning reflected from the east, but I don't know. I have too many trees around here to see exactly the direction from which it was coming. Sometimes if it's in the clouds, it's difficult to tell the direction. Heard thunder and lightning. I got a few minutes of significant rainfall, but it seems to have gone by now, so that's good. The lights did flicker a couple of times, and right now I've got, well, I don't know, when I came out to the shack I was experiencing light rain, and right now I've got 59 degrees here at the house. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO. W.
Dave, I got flashes out my window, and I was looking at lightningmaps.org. It looks like most of the activity is to the north, up where Bob is, and maybe to the north-northeast, up in the mountains. I saw some hits. It was lots of flashes just before the net started out my window, which faces to the south, but I think that's gone over us pretty rapidly and is now up in the north. Heard KJ7 ALP call, but that's when we got our silence on the 2-meter audio circuit when Mario, I think, was talking. So hope he'll try again. Maybe I'll drop him a line, let him know we heard him. So anyway, that's what's going on here tonight. Pretty busy Tuesday and Wednesday for me, moving a lot of things around, working with somebody else to get some other stuff moved around. And other than that, everyone's coming through very nicely with the PL tone 103.5 is I think what we're using here on the audio tonight. Anyone listening, that's 103.5 or somewhere very close to that for a PL tone. The regular PL tone, of course, is the 110 PL tone for Tiger Mountain all the rest of the time. So with that, let me turn it back to Dave with the Western Washington Amateur Television Society.
This is Dave.
I got 57 degrees.
Little thunder and lightning
A few seconds ago, but I didn't
a
hear
few seconds ago. Well, let's see. Today I sacrificed a Costco chicken to make some Jewish penicillin. So I've got a big
the whole chicken. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe how much. I would say chicken noodle soup, but it's loaded with that.
And let's see, what else? Nice seeing Mario come aboard. It's always nice.
I was thinking about Mario when he was saying that he uses lasers to transmit his audio and video back at his home base for amateur television. But kind of interesting, over 25 years ago, TV down antennas from the streaming video
And transmitted full-length features to a movie theater about a mile away. And that went on for about a year. But I matched technology to what Mario's using. So I don't know what happened to that project. It sort of went away. So with that, this is Dave, KD7CYM, Big City. And we'll see if we can get Mario online again. KD6ILO.
Well, Dave, yes, I'm using a laser. We have transition slowly from RF. Right now we're using only 20% RF. The backbone is laser. It's around 800 milliwatts on 52 nanometers. And a full 4K H265, just like you see on the screen. Also, I want to share a project here. Where we go? This is a wrist monitor that I have made. The wrist monitor is 3D printed, and the monitor is flex screen only 116 thick. The circuitry is flexible circuitry, not hard PCB. So I'm working on this for search and rescue with our UAV. Back to you, Dave.
Katie, thanks with that. Boy, talk about Dick Tracy video wristwatches. I think you developed that. What's happened in technology, kind of out of the realm of Star Trek and way above what Dick Tracy two-way radios were. So with ZY in Lake City, I'm going to move back up to the top of the list.
Okay, thank you very much, Dave, and good evening. I didn't say good evening to the group, I guess. So Mario, your picture is really nice, but your audio is very, very low. I had to turn the audio on the TV set all the way up, practically, to be able to hear you. And the wrist monitor, or it's kind of a forearm monitor, but it's really cool, really nice. So I suppose that's the one and only. I don't know if you're going to market them or not, but it's a pretty neat gadget, that's for sure. And your when you first come on, the picture that you put on is really neat too. And so Jim N7QO, if you want to hear Mario and you want to hear Lee, they're only on the TV sound. So you'll have to turn on your TV sound in order to hear them. And when Wade started, he was only on TV audio too to begin with, and then he realized that, and so then he went to his radio. And so we heard half of it on TV and half of it on his radio. So let's see what else has been going on here. Well, I have a TV set in the living room, and the audio on it is terrible, and I had a sound bar on it. And the sound bar off, and then I put the sound bar back on. Well, we would like to watch movies on it. So anyway, I had an old amplifier, so I dug that out of a cabinet, and I taken the speakers out and I drug them into the living room and I hooked it up. And gee, it's nice. It's really nice. But the old monitor is the amplifier is so big, I really didn't have a place to put it. So I ordered a little one on Amazon, a little Chinese one. It's probably about the size of the amplifier we have on the ATV, not very big at all. Well, I can't make it work. I think it's Bluetooth controlled, but I don't know very much about it. So I can make the radio in it work, and I can make the speakers work, but when I plug the TV in, I can't make it work. I've looked at a lot of YouTube videos on it. It's a real popular little amplifier. Everyone says it's fantastic. And I saw two people that had it hooked up to their television, so I know it's possible. So one of these days I'm going to have to get Wade over here. Maybe he can show me how to do it. I don't know. So in the meantime, I have a TV tray on one side with the new amplifier and some speakers, and I have the old amplifier and some speakers on the other side. And so if we want to listen to a movie, we can listen to it through the old amplifier. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. So I guess with that, back to Net KD7QKU.
KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, thanks with that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. I'm going to pause for about a minute and a half in case any to contact a repeater through the internet. Again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM, pausing for about a minute and a half.
And this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZY.
ZYM. Well, let's go to Lee, N7K.
Okay, now I'm going to kill the audio. Okay, that did not stop it. So I got to go over here to the other computer and I'll go to the mixer settings here. I got to go over here to the I'll go to the mixer settings here. Okay. Test 1 2 3. Okay, I'm in the mixer, Wade. I'm trying to. I got the monitor turned off there. Test 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, there's a big delayed audio from me. All right, I don't. Okay, testing 1 2 3 4 5. Let me try this. Testing. That didn't stop it. Test 1 2 3 4 5. Are you guys hearing me? Testing 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, Dave, it's Dave. Okay, you're hearing me. All right. I don't know how to get rid of the echo. Are you hearing an echo? Okay, that beats me. All right, I don't have anything else to add, and I need to get down and visit Paula. We have to go to Paulsbo tomorrow because she's got a doctor's appointment down there. So we're going to leave here early in the morning and take an hour and a half to get there, and we're going to allow 2.5 hours just in case of. So anyway, good to see you guys. By the way, I could not hear Mario. There was low level audio there, but nothing I could understand. So anyway.
N7KC, thanks for that. I know when I'm transmitting, I have to mute the audio on the TV set, otherwise I get an echo here, and it gets rather annoying, as you say. So let's go to Wade, W7IT.
This is W7ITL. And I'm just turning my audio down so I can hear. So what you're seeing on the floor there is a Kenwood TKR 750 2-meter repeater. It's another project that I'm working on for the STR group. Eventually it's going to replace the GE Master System that's up on Cougar. And I was going to try to show the front of it, but the USB cable that I have plugged in the front for programming it is got a little too much strain on it, so I can't flip it around. But that's what I'm working on. So let's see how long it takes for the video to show the right one here. I don't know why it's not showing my video yet. Oh, I guess it's showing the correct video now. But anyhow, that's what I'm working on. And Lee, I'd be happy to work with you offline. I noticed that when you were talking, sometimes your echo went away. So you may not have been giving yourself enough time to do whatever you were doing, because it went away and it sounded really good. And then you did something, and then I heard the echo like it was receiving your audio just slightly out of sync from another source. Maybe you have another microphone that's connected somewhere. Maybe it's your Discord audio is somehow feeding back in. Yeah, but those are the things I would check, and I can work with you offline, and we can try to solve that together. Because Mario, I heard his audio fine. I did probably have my audio turned up a little bit so I could hear him, but he had no echo on the second transmission, so I think he figured his out. I'd be happy to help you out, Lee, with yours. I was just hoping it wasn't something that came back. I spent a long time trying to get rid of those audio loops that were happening, that were induced by the repeater. But those have seemed to have been gone away. That's about it. So I will turn it back to Net. This is W7ITL.
W7ITL, thanks for that. Jim in Cullington, N7QO.
N7QO, thank you, Dave. Well, let's see. Dave, the whole chicken, my goodness. Yeah, that sounds appetizing, but it sounds to me like it might be better if you poured that concoction on a baked potato or something. I don't know, that's just my thought. I'm sure it's yummy. My wife appreciates the rotisserie chickens from Costco as well. So let's see. Ron, the problem is I am not receiving the television repeater reliably. I'm getting virtually no video from the television repeater, and the reason for that is every now and then I will get a picture and it will freeze. Like all the while that Wade was talking, I got just recently here, I got about 3 or 4 pictures which froze, and right now, in fact, the video is frozen. It's showing the bottom half of Wade, and the top half is part of the SDR display, and it's frozen at 38 minutes and 43 seconds past the hour. I did hear good audio from Wade. For one time when the picture moved just a little bit, I heard about 4 words. So I know that they're transmitting audio on the ATV repeater as well. I just can't get it, and I don't know. It seemed to work better. It just trying to figure out why it wouldn't. I know that they turn the ATV repeater transmit power up and down from time to time, and if it's on the higher power position. The only thing I could guess is now that springtime has come, some of the trees are growing and maybe there are more plentiful leaves on the trees. I don't know, just a guess. Years ago, I used to be able to key the 14708 machine at Cougar with my HT, but nowadays it is absolutely impossible for me to key the Cougar Mountain 14708 machine with only 5 watts. So, I don't know, everything's growing here. It's only going to get worse as time goes by, too. Anyway, that's what's going on with me, Ron. Let's see. And yeah, Lee, I did not see Lee, but I saw a test pattern of Lee which was frozen there for a little bit, and I heard 2 or 3 words from Lee. So that I'm not getting info there. But Mario, when Mario was transmitting last, I saw 2 frozen pictures. One, I saw Mario's face, and then 2, something that was frozen for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Video, the video display on his forearm, and yeah, that did look cool. That's impressive, Mario, if you can hear me out there. Anyway, that's what's going on here in Covington. Back to you, Dave, N7QO.
N7QO, thanks with that. And for your information, the audio is coming through on the TV repeater loud and clear for your conversation. So anyway, receiving everything well here in Seattle. Well, let's move on to James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Again with the data, our website, and some other information. And yes, I did finally, I got the streaming site on my PC to work, and it's strange. I don't seem to get audio except from the second screen on streaming on our website. But I did see the picture of Mario's wrist held unit there, or wrist worn unit there, and that does look very cool. Good job, Mario. I don't know if you can hear me or not. So anyway, I don't know if it's vegetation or changing conditions, but I never have a problem getting into the Cougar. Dave in Tacoma. This is James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
WU7N, thanks with that. And I see Carlos is with us, AD7NP from Clyde Hill. Carlos, the mic is yours.
St. Edward's Park great day to be here because you only see all this lightning in the air, but given that I have my computer with me, it seems like video streaming works. I could hear the repeater on my walkie-talkie, but it's very low. I don't think I would make it the repeater. So I'm using Echolink, and I'm not sure if the audio is also coming on the TV or not. It might if I use the PC. It's good to see you all this evening. I didn't want
87 NP, thanks for that. We got a great picture from you. The audio is a little bit on the low side, but outside of that, you are able to communicate fine. And at this point, we're going to go see if we can find Mario again. KD6ILO. KD6ILO. Mario. The video and audio is yours.
Yeah, hi Dave, I hope you can hear me. Okay, I hope I fixed the audio problem. This is my very first CubeSat. And it was developed in 2022 and now is in orbit and was launched in June of 2024. This is one of two that I will be in space. That's a bigger view. This is a laser optic CubeSat, and it is fully operational. The second CubeSat will be launched in August of this year, and there will be a working pair, and the ground station is in Carlsbad, about 5 miles away from my QTH. But I have been working a lot with laser communications because I don't have to deal with coordination and bandwidth issues. I can transmit 80 plus channels on one laser beam. And right now I'm not even using it full capacity. Okay, back to you, Dave.
KD6ILO. Thanks for that. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Get an ID here again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the '08 machine. Boy, that was an interesting picture for a satellite transmitter. But you need a real big slingshot to get that in orbit, I'm sure. But boy, it looked like it was pretty well designed, and with all of the sun capabilities for receiving electricity. So that was pretty good, and thanks for showing that to us. Again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. Well, the thunderstorm seems to have passed on this area, thank gosh. No more lightning or thunder bumming going on in the background. So with that, again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. I'm going to move it back up to the top.
QKU here. Well, Mario, amazing stuff, I'm telling you. You're a sharp guy. Wow. Anyway, I don't have much more. I haven't looked out to see if we had any hail or anything. I can't even tell if the wind is blowing or it's raining outside. I have 51.9 degrees. 51.9 degrees. And Jim, N7QO, I find you kind of frustrating. You frustrate me. Your antenna, I believe, is in your attic. And, you know, when I was putting up my receive antenna over here in Bellevue, I'm 25 miles away. And if I move my antenna just a little bit, I didn't get the picture. I had it on a tripod and I had to move it around. And then I left it where I got the best picture. So I don't know. If you would take your antenna down, you might not even need it in the attic. You could just set it in the yard, who knows. But if you don't experiment and move the antenna around and stuff, and maybe you said you had a preamp, but I don't know, it's maybe an old one. You buy one of these new preamps like Wade had me buy, it's only $12.95, and it made a big difference, so I don't know. So you need to do some things, Jim. Your picture is never going to change if you don't do anything the way I see it. So anyway, I get off my soapbox. So back to net, KD7QKU. Bye-bye.
This is Dave, KD7ZYM in Lake City. Let's see if Lee is still with us. N7KC. He was mentioning he might give it checked out of the net. He wasn't sure. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. No response on N7KC. This is Dave, KD7ZYM. Let's go to Wade in Tacoma, W7ITL. The pictures and audio is for you.
All right, well, I hear my audio coming in over the internet, so I'm going to turn that down so I can talk to you intelligently. I'm going to go ahead and pan back to my other camera here. So long it takes to come into focus. All right, so you can see there, that's the new repeater that's going to be on Cougar. The really interesting and awesome thing that we're going to try to do with this is we're going to try to link it with All-Star. I have the programming cable that I've been able to program the repeater, but I also bought some interface cables that I'm going to be building maybe tomorrow if I have time. But it's going to allow us to have a back channel with All-Star when we're doing our nets, because we're going to have an All-Star node connected directly to this repeater. Besides that, that's kind of what I've been doing. And I'm going to be trying to getting a little better signal coming out of the repeater so that we can, and we're working with Rob on Friday to do some maintenance on the repeater to try to replace the preamp with something a little more modern that's not 10, 15 years old, with something that's got newer ICs in it and hopefully cleaner signal so that we can boost the signal a little bit more so we can get some of those fringe areas like Jim's in to try to get that signal a little bit better to him. But that's about it. I'll turn it back to Net here in just a second while I flip my camera back. Been a good net. Audio seems to be working pretty good. Video is working excellent on the stream. It is near zero latency. As I'm watching the image right now, let's see if I can show you guys without the gimbal going crazy on me here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Oh, let's see if I think we might have the wrong direction going here. Let's see if I can turn it around. As you can see, it is nearly indistinguishable as far as the video. As you can see, if I put my hand in front of the camera, it should, you should see my arm almost instantly. I would say it's about a half second off. So the internet stream versus the stream coming out of the repeater over RF is almost exactly the same, which is pretty hard to do with internet streaming. Internet streaming inherently has a lot of delay, but right now we're using a very low latency GPU encoding to get that down really low latency. So any of the folks that are on the internet are going to be seeing almost the same exact time as that we're seeing on the repeater coming out. So let's see if I can get this. There we go. Let's see if this will take a second. There is a slight delay, about a 2 to 3 second delay coming out of the repeater. So that is that. That's all I got. I'll talk to you guys on the next net. W7.
W7ITL, thanks for that. And this is Dave, KD7ZYM. We'd like to thank the SeaTac Repeater Association for letting us use 14708 with a tone of 103.5 for our audio transmissions for our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave, KD7ZYM, terminating the net at 9 o'clock. Good evening all.